Welcome back, guys. In this session, we're going to be going over the support widget. The support widget helps employees communicate with departments or the office management with suggestions and request forms. So let me create a suggestion to show you how the suggestion works. So to create a suggestion, use the add icon to your right, to the right of the widget. So let's say you can choose to create a suggestion for your department or the management. So let's say I want to create a suggestion to my department, and I can type, well, let's say we need new computers. So we need new computers. Okay, I can decide to post it anonymously or directly. Okay, so let's say I want to post it directly. So this goes to my department, and before we go further, let me show you my permission for the support widget, because the permission determines what you can do with a widget. Okay, so my permission says I can create suggestions, which I just did. I can review suggestions or suggestions. I can manage request forms. That means I can create, edit, and delete request forms. I can use request forms. Those are the forms that was created. I can fill the forms, and lastly, I can review request form for my department. So basically, what with the review suggestions, there are multiple options for that. Here's an option whereby a member cannot review suggestions. There's another option where a member can review suggestions for all his departments. There's another one where a member can review suggestions for management. There's another option where a member can review suggestions for multiple departments, and the last option is review all suggestions. That means I can review all departmental suggestions and suggestions to the management. So let me show you how to review suggestions. So I have to go to the suggestion, click the suggestion button over here. Then there's a drop down. I can review new suggestions, approve suggestion, or decline suggestions. But let's first go with the new suggestions, and I will show you the other sections later. So over here in the new suggestions, this is the one I just made. So it was directed to the human resource department. That's my department, and I do that from over here, human resource department. So I can decide to approve the suggestion, decline it, or delete the suggestion. Let's say I want to approve the suggestion. It has been approved. If I go to, I can see all the approved suggestions by clicking over here. So I can browse through them, and I can decide to delete it or decline the approved suggestions. Also, I can view declined suggestions, and I can also approve them or delete them. Okay, if you look over here, there's the period session. So this period session means, how do I explain this? So imagine you're in an office environment. You can decide to look back at, maybe uh, look back at the suggestions maybe for last month. You just have to go over here and choose the month that you want, the period that you want to browse, the period that you want to look into. Let's say that. So I'm currently at January 2021. If I should go to, let's say, February 2021, I should not see any suggestions. It should be blank. But I'm in January 2021, so let's go back to January 2021. Update suggestions. Okay, so let's go to the request forms. So with the request forms, you can, let me create a form, then I'm going to show you everything else. So over here, I have to I have to write the title of the form. For example, let's say uh, let's call the title is pro, promotion request form. You can add the description over here and maybe some instructions on how to fill the forms. So over here, the contents of the form, those are the questions that you want the person that is going to fill the form to answer. So by default, we collect some uh, some information about the applicant, like their name, their email, their department, the request date. So you don't need to do this; it is collected by default. So, for example, let's say one of the questions I want to ask is, let's say, this is a promotion request form. So let's say my question should be, my first question should be maybe promotion position title. Position title. Then I can choose the type of answer I want for this. So I can choose maybe a short answer, a long answer, long text rather, a short text that has 50 characters, long text, a checkbox, multiple choice, or a date type. So for this, let me choose short answer. Do I want to make it required? Yes, I want to do that. Then over here, there's the first one, and I can edit it or delete it. Or let me add a new under question. Let's say, what can you offer? Okay, what can you offer? So I want a long text for this, required too. So let me add the last question. Are you qualified? Right? Qualified for this position. So I want a multiple choice. That's where you can choose one answer. So my options should be true and false. Okay, add that. So I can choose. You can choose one of the answers, either true or false. Okay, then in the review step session, you can make the request first go to the applicant's department before it goes to other departments that you want it to. You want this request to go for approval. So these are the review steps. So for example, I'm in the, I think, human resource department. So I want the request to first go to my department, and let's say I have an let's say I want the normal step for every. Let's say let me first do this first. Okay, so the first department I want it to go is the human resource department. The second department is the admin department. Okay, so let me show you how this works. So without this checked, so the normal step you should go to is the human resource department and the admin department. But if I click this, if I turn on this option, that's the for the review step to start with the applicant's department. So for example, if I'm in the finance department, if I click this on, the review step will first start from my department. So it's going to be finance department, human resource department, and admin department. But if I'm in the admin department, I'm in the human resource department rather. That's the first step, and I turn this on. And I'm also, if I'm in the admin department, and the first step is also my department, it's going to omit this session over here. So it's just going to be the human resource and admin. If I'm in the human resource department, but if I'm in the probably the sales department, it's going to be sales department, human resource, then admin. All right. Hope you got that. Then I can create the request. It has been created. I can fill request forms by going over here. So over here, it's going to bring out all the forms that are available, and you can filter through them with this. Let's say promotion. Yes, promotion request. So I can maybe let's say I want to be a supervisor. 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 Okay, what can I offer? Then I have to convince them I can do a better job. Better job done. Just write anything that you want. Then I can select, am I qualified for this position? Yes. Then I can submit the form. After I've submitted the form, I can view the progress of all my requests over with this option. So view my requests. So I can see all the requests that I've made, and this is the latest one I have made. It should be at the top. So it is submitted, but it has not been reviewed. So over here, this is our request. It has been submitted, and it is in the review process. So let me show you this. So it has been approved by the Human Resource Department. So I'm waiting on the Admin Department for approval for this request. Okay. So, and according to my permission, I can review. That's the last option, the last check mark on this permission stuff. I can review request form for a department. So that means I can review for my department. I'm in the Human Resource Department. So if I go to review suggestions, so this suggestion is currently in my department. That's the first step. The first step is the Human Resource Department. So let me show you that. So let's say I want to approve it. Approve. And you can add a comment if you wish. I don't want to. So after the let me show you this. After the request has been approved by the Human Resource Department, the next stage should be the Admin Department. If I go to review suggestions, I shouldn't be able to see the suggestion, this particular suggestion over here. But if I was in the Admin Department, that's the next stage, I should see this request. So by going over here, I don't have any requests in my department that needs attention currently. But I can view all the requests that I've made that was made by me or by my department. If I click over here, I can view requests that was reviewed by me. So it's going to show a list of all requests that was reviewed by me, and I can see the details of everything. So, and I can also view requests that was reviewed by my department. So let's say, for instance, in my department, maybe multiple rows or people can review request forms, i.e., maybe the HOD and the manager. So you can view all the forms all the requests that was reviewed by your department. All right. Thank you very much for your time.